Go ahead and give me 1 minute. I'm escorting that one inmate to, that one offender to intake.
Landing in trouble with the law can mean multiple years behind bars. For many, it also comes with a period of reintroduction to society. That includes finding a job and once again becoming self-sufficient. That's when Project Rio, or reintegration of offenders, comes in.
First of all, we have them fill out paperwork, and we go by their job history, their work experience. That's one facet of it. The other facet of it is the type of crimes that they've committed, so they're limited to certain types of jobs that we can send them on.
The convicted felons are also often referred to soft skill classes.
Some of them have been incarcerated so long they forget how to interview, they forget how to fill out paperwork. And you can imagine if you've been locked up 20 or 30 years, you wouldn't be current with the current job market out there right now. And so we tell them what the current market is, what is required of them. We help them to fill out the paperwork if needed. Some of them, the spelling is terrible. They don't know how to fill out an application or a resume. And so, of course, they're not going to get work. So that's what we're here for, to encourage them to go to the soft skill classes that are provided at the One Stop and to get themselves current with the job market here so that they can be successful when they go out.
You may be wondering what types of crimes these individuals have committed. Well, they vary from murder to sexual crimes and DWI. And what about the screening done before they end up in the workforce?
Before we send them out to a business, we screen them before we send them out. For example, someone that was convicted of a sex crime or perhaps indecency with a child, of course they wouldn't be referred out to elderly care, child care centers, things like that. We have to watch their proximity to schools and daycares. And so before we send anyone out like that, we call the employer first to alert them. Second of all, we wouldn't send them to any places like that if that was the nature of their crime.
As you may imagine, getting these felons assimilated back into the community and finding them a job is not easy.
What I do when I contact employers, I first make sure they have a job opening and that they do accept people that were previously under state supervision. And then I'll reveal the nature of their crime if they ask me. When it comes to the youth, we do deal with the youth. We're not allowed to reveal that they what their crime was, but they were under state supervision. And what I tell them is what their work history is, their education level, those type of things, and tell them about the work opportunity tax credit that they're entitled to for hiring one of these people because they're considered high risk. And the work opportunity tax credit is a savings that the federal government will give them, a tax credit of up to $2,400 by hiring one of these individuals. They'll also get fidelity bonding with these people. Even if their company doesn't bond anyone, the state of Texas guarantees that these people are bondable. And basically what fidelity bonding is, it's like a free insurance policy. If anything is stolen and one of these individuals was responsible for it and they went through a court of law and they were found guilty, the state of Texas would reimburse them for their losses.
Dwayne says most of his clients are male between the ages of 16 and 22 and want to get back to work.
I did food stamps before, and this has got to be one of the easiest populations to work with, and I'll tell you why. When they say they will take anything, they literally will take anything. Now, the education range for these people is anywhere from elementary to college level. I've worked with engineers. I had one guy I worked with that had 4 master's degrees. I've worked an engineer. I sent him to a company. He was digging ditches, and he was happy to have it because it gave him a second opportunity to get some money in his pocket, get used to a regular work schedule.
Project Rio exists across the state of Texas, but Workforce Solutions Project Rio has been #1, gaining state attention.
I had to write a letter to Governor Rick Perry explaining what it is that we do down here locally to help the other Rio offices in the state of Texas to achieve the numbers that we've achieved. For employment and for getting people to sign up with us.
For 5 years, Dwayne has been working with entities like the Halfway House in Horizon, La Tuna, the Rogelio Sanchez State Jail, and Aliviane. It can be summed up in dollars.
The recidivism rate for the people that didn't get into Project Rio was about 35%. The recidivism rate for those that joined Project Rio drops down to 23%. Now, when you're talking about on an average of 450,000 parolees in the state of Texas at any given time, you can see the significant saving in taxpayer money. And I'll give you an example. For the ones that where the recidivism rate is higher, it costs the state of Texas about $12 million. For those that are in Project Rio and the recidivism rate drops to 23%, it saved the taxpayers an estimated $15 million.
Or his belief that keeps him coming back to work every day.
We need to get them employed because a lot of times these are one-time offenders and they want and need a second chance. They want to become tax-paying citizens rather than a tax burden. And I would rather see them working than back in a halfway house using the taxpayers' money. And I've always put it this way: would you rather have a car repair or your car stolen, or a home improvement or home invasion? You know, because without a job, what choice do these people have? If nobody will give them a second chance, then they have no choice to go back and do what they know, and instead of doing something different.